All right, so the next thing here is cooperative recertification. This is one of the main features of this app, okay, is to recertify all cooperative societies and even the NGOs, okay, in the grant community and Nigeria in general. All right, so if I click on this cooperative recertification, now Mr. Ibrahim is going to throw more light, okay, on this cooperative recertification in the live program. All right, so now if you click on this cooperative recertification, you will see you will try to figure out which aspects you belong to. Now we have 4 aspects here. We have recertification of primary cooperative. All right, so you are going to recertify your cooperative if you belong to the primary cooperative category. All right, so and again we have recertification of state or union cooperative society. All right, in case you belong to this category, all right, you need to apply for the certification here. Okay, if I scroll down again, you see recertification of federation or apex cooperative society. So if you belong to this category, guys, so you just need to click on apply for recertification here, and I'll scroll down again, recertification of non-governmental organization, which are the NGOs. All right, so if you belong to this category, you will click here to recertify your NGO. All right, I'm going to demonstrate how to recertify the primary cooperative, and the same process that I am going to carry out here will cover for the rest, all right, of this. All right, so in case you belong to the primary cooperative or you are an NGO, okay, let me just click on NGO recertification. All right, so like I said, whatever I'm going to do here, it applies to all of this. All right, okay, so now to recertify your NGO, in case you want to recertify your NGO with TRUSTCOM, okay, you just need to click on this apply for recertification. All right, so click on it this way. Now once you click on apply for recertification, of course there's a recertification fee. All right, you need to pay that, okay, before you proceed. Now recertification of NGO, you can see on my screen here. All right, all you need to do, you that is making this payment, put in your first name here, your last name, your email address. Please make sure this email address is functional. All right, and you can see that you are going to pay the sum of 50,000 naira to proceed. All right, so after a successful payment of 50,000 naira, you'll be redirected to the recertification form. Of course, after the recertification, you are going to get the recertification certificate, okay, and this is very important for the authenticity of your NGO or your cooperative society in that manner. Let me demonstrate how to make the payment. All right, so by assumption, I am going to put a dummy information right here. Okay, so I put in this name and assuming this is my correct email address. Please, I want to emphasize on this issue of email address. Please make sure you are using an email address that you can log into it and you can check the response, okay, that is going to be sent to you on email. This is very important, guys. Please don't skip this. Make sure you have access to your email. Now once you have put in your information, you click on pay now. All right, like I told you earlier, after the payment you are going to be redirected to the recertification form, okay, and after a successful recertification of your NGO or your cooperative society, your recertification certificate is going to be sent to your email. All right, and that is the reason why we kept saying that you have to have your email address handy. All right, so you'll be able to have access to your email address. Okay guys, so I click on pay now and I have different options here. I can pay with my card. All right, so in case you have your debit card or your credit card, all you need to do is just to type in the card number here, all right, the expiration date here, and the CVV number. I click on pay 15,000 naira. Okay, now in case you want to go through the route of bank transfer, just click on this transfer here. Now once you click on this transfer, an automated account number is going to be generated for you, and you are timed. Okay, so you make sure that you make this transfer within this time. Okay, all right guys, so all you need to do is to copy this account number here, all right, and go to your normal banking app, all right, and make a transfer of 50,000 naira to this bank account. Please don't share this bank account with anyone because it's dedicated to you and you alone. All right, so now once you pay 50k, you transfer the sum of 50,000 naira to this bank account, you return back to this app and click I have sent the money. All right, once you do that, then you are going to be redirected to the recertification form where you are going to continue from there. All right, so I want to explain to you the different payment options that we have. Okay, so you click on bank. This is another payment option. Click on bank. All right, and in case you have bank with GT, all right, Kuda, OPay, or Pocket app, okay, so you'll be able to pay through this other banking method. So in case you want to use USSD, just click on USSD here. Of course, you know that this USSD is applicable to only GT Bank. All right, now if you're using GT Bank and you use USSD, just click here and a USSD code is going to be generated. Once you dial this code on your mobile phone, the sum of 50,000 naira is going to be deducted from your bank account. All right, so once that is done successfully, you return back here and click on I have completed the payment. And once you do that, you are going to be redirected to the recertification form. All right, so another payment option is to click on this Visa QR. All right, so now this, once you click here, is going to give you a barcode here. Okay, now all you need to do is to scan it in case you use the Visa QR code to make payment. All right, and you scan it with your mobile phone and you make your payment through Visa QR. And another method is to use the OPay authentication method. Okay, so once you click on this, you authenticate it and you make your payment. Now guys, the simpler method in my own opinion is to use your bank card or the transfer option. Okay, so you use whichever one is applicable for you or whichever one is easier for you. Okay, so I am going to complete the transaction, pay the sum of 50,000 naira to recertify my NGO, and I will move to the next step, which is I am going to get redirected to the recertification form. All right, I'm going to actually hide this interface while I make my payment. Okay, so now I'll put in my card information, put in the card details, and I'll click pay. Okay guys, I just finished my payment and I got redirected to this interface here. Remember, we're trying to demonstrate how to recertify an NGO, and I told you that this recertification process is the same for all the 4 types of recertification. We say primary certification, union or state recertification. We have the federation recertification and the NGO recertification. All right, so guys, now once I finish my payment, I got redirected to this interface here, and I'm going to continue putting in my information to recertify my NGO. All right guys, so now you can see that NGO name. Let's assume that the name of my NGO is Ade Foundation. Okay, this is just a dummy name, guys. Okay, so Ade Foundation is the name of my NGO. So whatever is the name of your NGO, slot it there. All right, so type it here. Now your full name. All right, so my own full name is Ade.2. All right. Okay, so whatever is your full name, please type it there. Now again, type in the email address that you use on the payment form. Please don't use a different email address. Use the same email address you used when you were making the payment. All right, so let's assume that the email you use at the payment point is ade@gmail.com. all right, I'm going to keep it the same. All right, so I just put in my email address now, and I'm going to type in my phone number. All right, so let's assume that my phone number is 0 this. So whatever your phone number is, please type it there. Okay, so I just type in my phone number right here. So the next thing is to type in the name of your organization again. All right, so like I said, the name of our organization is Ade Foundation. All right, now this is the date of your registration. When did you register or incorporate this NGO or the cooperative society of yours? When was that? All right, so now I am going to assume that I incorporated this NGO of mine on the July 5th, 2020. Okay, 2020. Now, state of operation. Which state am I operating from? Okay, you could be in Benue State, in Kogi State, in Kaduna State. All right, so you type in the state you're operating from. Let's assume that I'm operating from Kano State. Okay. Alright, so I just type in the state of operation. Now the next thing is to upload your certificate of incorporation. Okay, if you are duly incorporated as a fully functional NGO or cooperative society, please upload a copy of your certificate of incorporation. This is very important, guys. All right, so now to do that, of course, you should have a picture format of your certificate of incorporation. Okay, so now I'm going to upload my own certificate of incorporation, guys. Okay, so I do that, just click on it. Alright guys, so you can see that I just uploaded my certificate of incorporation right here. Now the next thing you need to do is to type your address. Okay, which address are you operating from? So I will type in my address. Alright, so whatever your office address is, just type it there. If you have any comments or anything you want us to know, okay, whatever comment or message you want us to know, please kindly type it here. Okay, alright, so whatever it is you want us to know, just type it here and prove to us that you are human. Okay, so 7 plus 3 is what? 10. Alright, so if you're able to do this, that means you are human, and you click on submit. Alright, so I'm going to click on submit here. Okay guys, so once I do that, you can see that the form has been submitted, and immediately this form is submitted, it's going to return your certificate of recertification to your email address. So guys, congratulations, you see that you just got your NGO recertified. Okay, now all you need to do is just to check your email, and you will see your certificate of recertification right there on your email address. Okay guys, that is how to recertify your NGO or your cooperative society.